Good morning, dear students. Welcome in social science class. Dear students, we have started chapter 22, that is your Unpacking Gender. We have discussed the introduction part of the chapter about the role of boys and girls, and next we have the gender equality. Although we have already started this topic, and in two sections we have completed also, but many students were not present in that class. So I'm just giving a gist of this topic also. Gender inequality again. The set activities assigned the girls and boys do not end with the selection of toys for each. That means that earlier we have to understand that how the boys and girls are different and how the society giving them different things which is totally associated with the boys and girls. But here we are talking about the different activities which are not going to be until the toys they are getting. There are many things which are also creating discrimination between the boys and the girls. Whether we are talking about the selection of subjects in schools and colleges, how the girls have to be opt and what the boys have to be opt. Later on, the value attached to the work of males and females also differ. The work of males are more considered as compared to the females' work. If the office work we have, if both the male and female counterparts they are working together the same work, same working hours, but always the male is appreciated as compared to the females, even though their salaries are also different. They may be vary just because of their um, domination, male dominating society, and the female they are just considering as the weaker part of the society. Most women who work much harder than their male counterpart is exactly, but the invisibilization of women's labor fails to get them their due share. Women they are putting more efforts, more work, but they are not getting same wages as compared to the male counterpart. The household and childcare are also not considered work. Whole day she was doing the household chores, even she is doing the childcare also, but that work is not considered as a work. The condition of rural women is quite sad. Rural men and men are migrating to cities in large numbers in search of employment. It happens the poor women they are working in the rural areas, and the men they are just migrating from one place to another in search of employment. The women have taken over the responsibility of looking after the farms, each and everything they are doing in their farms, and looking after their family also. They continue to do all traditional works in households, that's family care, fetching water, fodder, firewood, basket making, each and everything. The women they are doing by their own, and the men they are just out of their place. They are just migrating one place to another in searching of employment. They also work on the farms during sowing and harvesting, along with the looking after the cow, buffaloes, and hens. All the cattle are also under the control of these women, and the rest of their work is endless. Always, whenever we are having a holiday, but they don't have any kind of holiday. The domestic maids in big cities also work very hard, live under unhygienic conditions, and lead a life without dignity. It happens always. These people or these poor women, they always humiliated by the higher classes. They dream of a better life in cities as compared to their rural counterparts, but continue to survive under discriminating conditions. Yes, it is there. They always facing such discriminating conditions where the boys or the male and the female they are always facing the discrimination, especially the women part. Look at the picture. A women laborer is working on a road construction site and carrying a baby at the same time as well. Look at this, but this kind of picture is we haven't seen with male counterpart. Next, we have the condition of urban educated women is also not very different. She begins her day at the crack dawn. She cooks for the entire family, sends her children to school, packs her husband's lunch, and goes to the bus stand to catch an overcrowded vehicle. Is always might be you have also observed with your mother. If she is working, she is cooking or cook food for the entire family, packing lunch, sending children to school, and later on she's just catching the bus, which is already overcrowded, always running till the end of the day. At work, she has to perform her duties equivalent to her male counterpart. Equally, she is performing there. And once back home in the evening, she has to complete the household chores and then manages to catch a few hours sleep before following the same routine to the next day. Yes, and she is preparing for the next day also, maybe kneading flour or maybe cutting the vegetables, all the things she just make ready at night before sleep. The work she does at home is unaccountable because that is the duty of the women. It is not like that always it is a duty of women. The men also can do all those things, and he can also shows responsibility towards a female counterpart. Next, we have the women's role as a caregiver and homemaker has not been accorded its rightful place because it's their duty. They are thinking that it's their duty, but what about the duties of their father? She gives birth, lactates her babies, cares for them, feeds the family, and attends to the sick and older members of the family and still faces discrimination. It happens most of the families always whole day she is doing good care of their families, but their family members they are not supporting anymore in any manner and always treating them as a separate member of the family. The issues of women's inequality is not limited to India alone, it is an international one also. A well laid out planning is required on international level for gender inequality because even the most developed countries have been unsuccessful in ensuring a rightful place for the women in the society. Maybe there are many other foreign countries are there or international countries are there where the women part is also facing discrimination. For example, the right to vote was given to the women in England in 1928 only and in France in 1944. After a long period of demand, it was given to them. Then only they were able to get the proper uh, place in the society. Gender inequality exists in most parts of the world in different forms. First, we have mortality inequality. Mortality means the death rate. It is also unequal. It is more in girls, more in women's as compared to the men or the boy. Women mortality rates as higher as compared to the men all over the world just because of the preference of boy child. Natality inequality. Many male dominated societies have preferences for boys. The techniques of determining the gender of the fetus has encouraged this inhumane practice. What they are doing, they are just killing their babies in the womb only before they take birth. Basic facilities inequalities, that is also different among the boys and the girls. Sorry, basic facilities are mostly given to the boys as compared to the girls. Girls are denied the right to education and many other facilities in many countries even today. Special opportunities inequality. Some special features or special opportunities are given to the boys as compared to the women. The opportunities of higher education and professional training. If if your brother is there, the parents are preferring to give more opportunities to boys as compared to girls. If educational qualification, if they want for higher education or if they want for professional training, the first their preference will be a boy, unless for young women and more for young men. Professional inequality and in employment as well as promotion, women often face discrimination. Yes, always they are facing discrimination in professional areas also and in many other open places also. Always boys domination, always criticizing and discriminating the women section. Ownership inequality, that is also again a big issue where the male counterpart they are enjoying the status of ownership as compared to the women. Even in the families, also home, also the decision making power is taken by the male as compared to the female. In many societies, the basic assets in home and land are owned by males. The lack of claim to property reduces the voice of women. All in all, the women are not able to express their feelings, not able to express their ideas, thoughts, and ultimately they are facing the discrimination in the society. Last one is having household inequality. There are basic inequalities in gender that reflected in sharing of household and childcare work. All these works are taken by the women as compared to the men. So those things should not be. We have to give them proper opportunity, proper chance for each and everything, even the proper or equal responsibility, so that they can understand to each other. The boys and the girls both are equal in the society. Nobody is less than and nobody is superior one. So this was all about today's topic. Rest topic will continue in the live session. So thank you.